Alrighty, good morning to all of you there this morning. I almost thought that I would breathe for the rest of the day. Um, After of course, just one more walks. Nevertheless, there's still some things that I took note of that I believe that Walt shared that he would leave here or he was pondering, he was still pondering on your role and the vision of CTUSAB. It's truly a privilege to welcome all of you here this morning to this workshop under the theme Workplace Representation and Advocacy. And I dare add, shaping the next wave of community leaders. It is not by chance that we have gathered here at this time, a time when the trade union movement must be both reflective and forward-thinking. The world of work is changing rapidly, but the core principles of trade unionism, which are fair wages, safe conditions, job security, dignity, respect, these are the things that remain constant. In this country, and I say this carefully, we operate within a respected industrial relations framework built over decades of struggle, negotiation, and social partnership. The tripartite model has been long contributed to national stability. However, stability does not only mean complacency. I want to say to you that workplace representatives must understand the Employment Rights Act, grievance procedures, collective bargaining, protocols, and proper disciplinary processes. Knowledge of law is not about confrontation. And I repeat that. Knowledge of law is not only about confrontation. It is about protection. It protects the worker, the union, and the integrity of the trade union movement. Over the next 2 days, we will focus on practical and necessary topics, which may span from effective workplace organizing in both traditional and the emerging sectors, public grievance handling, navigating Barbados labor laws and the disciplinary procedures, advocating and negotiation skills, preparing young workers for leadership and board level service. I wish to sincerely thank the eminent group of stalwarts who saw the need for this workshop and answered the call. They understood that the strength of our movement lies not only in our history, but in preparation. Their foresight, discipline, and commitment to capacity building has demonstrated responsible leaders over the years. We are beneficiaries of their wisdom. We are beneficiaries of their wisdom. Because I can tell you that many days I sit down and so and sometimes I know my place, even though I'm president, I go to the further end and take a school lesson All right, many times it's like what happened in here, you know, and these gentlemen, they're able to roll me into the conversation. And trust me, before they break it down and make it so simple that before the meeting is over, everything must be clear. And you will see that demonstrated here today. I want to add that one of the most pressing responsibilities before us is the deliberate inclusion of young workers. If we are serious about shaping the next wave of male leaders, we must move beyond symbolic participation and invest in structured training and mentorship. Young workers must be exposed to governance principles, financial oversight, labor laws and fundamentals, and board level decision making. They must understand not only how to advocate, but how to lead responsibly within statutory bodies, committees, and national institutions. Why is this important? Because representation at the board level influences policy direction, financial accountability, and strategic planning. If trade union representatives are not properly trained, they cannot effectively safeguard workers. Young leaders, we must therefore equip our young leaders with the competencies and the confidence which is required to sit at decision-making tables with credibility. We must now speak frankly about partnership and financial independence. CTUSAB must continue to build strategic partnerships locally, regionally, and internationally. A financial independent movement is a stronger, more principled movement. Economic stability shows us to advocate without fear or favor, and to implement programs that support our affiliates and members. Beyond negotiation and disputes, our social presence and responsibilities must be visible. Trade unions are not isolated institutions. We are part of a national fabric. Our involvement in community initiatives, youth engagement, public education, and national dialogue must reflect our commitment to social justice and inclusive development. Workers must see their movement is active, that it is relevant and responsive. We must bring CTUSAB firmly into today's era. The modern labor markets include remote work, digital platforms, contract labor, gig economy arrangements, and other evolving workplace technologies. Our organizing strategies, communication methods, and policy positioning must reflect these realities. If we do not adapt, we risk becoming disconnected from every workforce we seek to represent. Relevance requires modernization. It requires better data, stronger communication channels, visible advocacy, and leadership that understands both traditional labor relations and emerging workplace trends. It requires us to balance experience with innovation. As we proceed over the next few days, 2 days, I encourage you to participate. Participate fully. Share your experiences honestly. Build networks across the affiliates. Ask difficult questions. let this workshop be a turning point, not just in knowledge gain, but in renewed commitment. We stand on the shoulders of those who built this movement in this country. Our duty now is to strengthen it, modernize it, and prepare it for the next generation. In closing, I ask you to think about these hard but reflective questions. If we do not intentionally prepare our next generation of union leaders, who will defend the rights we inherited, and what will be left of this movement 20 years from now? Are we building a union movement that reflects yesterday's labor market, or one that is ready for the Barbados of today and tomorrow? And thirdly, when history looks back at this period of trade unionism in Barbados, will it say that we shackled or preserved the movement, or that we have strengthened and transformed it? Let me take this opportunity to thank the administrative staff of CTUSAB, the Education Committee and its members, as well as its helpers, the officers of CTUSAB, and the other persons who came upon the call to make today and the next and tomorrow a reality. Your dedication to the workers of this country and to this organization is truly appreciated. I thank you.